here, also known as the Goal Digger Girl, coming in for day 2 of our multiple streams to Multi-Millions Masterclass. And you guys crushed yesterday. It was so exciting to see all of the comments and the engagement and the turnout that we had and the fire that you guys brought. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun teaching yesterday. The VIP session, I could have just stayed on with you guys for the whole day, but we had to get off because it was just such great questions and ideas. And I love that you guys are starting to think about what you really want to do. What are you passionate about versus what you think you're supposed to do, or limiting yourself, holding yourself back with these beliefs that just are not serving you. They're not true. And it's time to tap into your greatness. And we are going to do that in this time together. I can guarantee that there's going to be a shift. There's going to be breakthroughs. There's going to be ahas, takeaways. I am positive if you stick with us, that is going to happen for each and every one of you. So as you guys are tuning in, let us know your biggest takeaways from yesterday. What's stirring inside of you? Was there a belief that came up for you? Was there, wow, I didn't even know that was a thing and I could turn that into income? Let me know in the comments, what was your favorite part of the homework activity? Just what's coming up for you. And of course, tag the person who invited you so that they know that you are here. We also have a winner from day 1. Day 1's winner is going to get our Goal Digger devotionals. I picked 52 of my favorite Bible verses that are centered around abundance, wealth, prosperity. And you can also buy these Goal Digger devotionals. If you want to buy any of this, it's inside of our swag shop, so you can get that from our team. And all proceeds from our swag goes to our nonprofit Elephant Sisters. This is our nonprofit we have that supports women in our community and their family. So if somebody needs support with getting the lights turned back on, food, those basic essentials, we can step in and help them out. And you guys can be a part of that. So you guys can grab this. And then we also have the 90-day goal crusher also in the swag shop. So this winner is going to get this as well. And the Goal Digger journal, which is one of my personal favorites. It makes a great gift as well. So the winner from day 1's homework is Sherry Furlow. Congratulations, Sherry. You are our winner. So go ahead and DM the team your address and we will get those mailed out to you. Okay. Which is really, really exciting. And we are going to have another giveaway. I have it on my desk here to show you. I cannot wait to show you what we're giving away. It's some of my personal favorites that frequently are in my closet. I'll give you a hint with that. And I like to wear them quite often. So if you stay till the end, you're going to get to find out what that's all about as well. And I also wanted to let you guys know, today we're going to focusing on leveraging social media. So we're really going to talk about the different ways you can use social media. And then tomorrow, we're going to be talking about lead generation. Like, how do you actually get leads coming to you? This is something that we have really been successful at over the years and teaching others how to do the same. And this is probably the number one hiccup our audience has, right? Is getting leads, getting people. So we're going to be spending a good amount of time on that tomorrow. And then we're actually doing a bonus training on Monday. Okay. We just couldn't stop. So we're doing a bonus training on Monday. We'll put that in the schedule for you, 2:00 Monday. And we're going to do something really fun on lead magnets. What are some different things you can do to get people to raise their hand saying they'd like to know more about you and doing business with you? We're going to do that on Monday, 2:00 Central. I have a bonus for you guys as well. Reminder, all the replays, everything is in guide number 7 inside of our Facebook group, Goal Digging Boss Babes, and everything will come down Tuesday at midnight. So we have people who will come in partway through and just binge the content, and you can do that, and it's coming down. So make sure you get in and watch these trainings. If that doesn't work for you and you want time to go through them, just put VIP in the comments. This is your last chance to get into VIP, and we're closing it down. So VIP is $27. You get all the replays of the live sessions. You get the Zoom sessions afterwards. We go into Zoom when we're done each day, and we are working on a business plan in a box right now. So we're putting our business plans together for our current businesses or future businesses. We're really mapping out these additional streams of income, and myself and Wendy are guiding you guys through that. And we're answering your questions. So you get direct coaching from me and Wendy, and that is part of VIP. So just put VIP in the comments. We have over 100 people doing VIP. So kudos to you to say, I want more. I want to learn as much as I can. Like, that says a lot that you're literally rolling up your sleeves, getting out pen and paper, not just listening to trainings. Can I get an amen? Okay, we have enough trainings. I think I listened to about 75 minutes of trainings this morning while I was getting ready. And I was like, it's crazy how much content we take in, right? And we've got to implement, we've got to take action, okay? So put VIP in the comments. And last but not least, I want to mention right now we have open enrollment for Six Figure Breakthrough Business Academy and Ignited Life Coaching. These are our two programs that we have that are 12-month programs, group coaching programs. And in these programs, we are going to teach you how to scale your business to 6 figures, and then we can get you to multiple 6 figures. Some of our students are at 7 figures. But in this process, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the simple systems and online strategies in sales and marketing. We're going to teach you how to be real marketers. We're going to teach you how to build a personal brand. We're going to teach you how to get really clear on your niche, your ideal avatar, so you learn how to write your content for them. You learn how to create signature content that builds up your brand, establishes your authority and credibility, but most importantly, getting leads, learning how to nurture those leads, and close some sales, okay? So 6 Figure Breakthrough, just put 6FB in the comments if you want information on that. For 6 Figure Breakthrough, this is for those that are at the beginning stages of social media. They don't have their brand established. They don't have leads coming in. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, you're just like, okay, this is all awesome, but like, I'm very new here. 6 Figure Breakthrough is great for you. So just put 6FB. Ignited Life Coaching is for someone who's got some things up and running, but you want to monetize your brand. So you want to launch a course, you want to become a coach, maybe have an agency, the book, the speaking, the podcast, like you want all of it. You want more. Ignited Life Coaching, a little more hands-on. You can unlock one-to-one coaching sessions in there. So if you need, more one-to-one contact, you want to work with myself and Wendy more personally, then Ignited Life Coaching could be a better step for you, okay? And this is what we're going to do. Everybody who enrolls in 6 Figure Breakthrough or Ignited Life Coaching between now and tomorrow's session, you are going to get our 12-part module, a program called the Millionaire Mindset Experience. It's my personal favorite as far as what I put together, because I cover everything from really tackling your mindset to get yourself calibrated and learn how to embody the mindset of a millionaire. And that exercise we did yesterday gives you a taste of it, of like really feeling what it feels like to have these multiple streams. That's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? There's a lot of programming and subconscious beliefs. So we work through all that. We get into marketing, we get into making money. So it's a very holistic program. But for those of you that know you've got some junk, okay, up in here, you've got some stuff to work through, you self-sabotage and all the things, then that would be great for you. And you can dive into that immediately, okay? If you have already bought it, you can gift it to somebody else. So everyone who enrolls between now and tomorrow is going to get the Millionaire Mindset Experience, which is really cool, okay? All right, so we're really excited to have these programs open. And we cannot guarantee that this tuition rate that we shared with you guys will stay. So if you're on the fence, now is absolutely the time for that. Okay, so from backstage, I wanted to bring up Sydney. Sydney is one of our current clients. I'm having the opportunity to work with her in our accelerator program, which is not open right now. She's actually been in all of our programs. So what a great opportunity for you to hear from somebody who's in the programs. Like, what's it like to actually be a student, be a gold digger? What does that look like? What has it done for her? And I'd love for you guys to hear from her and meet her as well. So from backstage, Sydney Crow. Hi, Sydney.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you for doing this. You're the best. So I would love for you to introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about you.
Okay, my name's Sydney. I live in a small town in Alberta in the Rocky Mountains, just outside of Banff National Park. I am a wife and a mom of 2 amazing kiddos who are 10 and 8. My daughters are my why. I know that you covered that yesterday. So this is why I'm in these programs, to just build that life for them and show them what's possible. I was one of those people that did everything like I was supposed to. I feel like I had gotten to adulting and I had checked all the boxes. And one day I was waking up and just feeling a little empty inside, and I was feeling so guilty around that because I had the kids, I had the husband, I had the car, I had the house, and everything looked picture perfect on the outside. And I felt soulless on the inside. And when I was introduced to coaching and network marketing, it was like my fire had lit up inside of me again. And I was first introduced to your company through Wendy, who is just a gem of a human. And I did a course similar to this in Q1 of 2022. I think it was either the money mindset or the personal branding program. And I knew I instantly needed to be in this community and work with you and work with Wendy. And, I signed up for 6FB right after that. And that was what got me through 2022. At the start of 2022, my daughter had received a medical diagnosis that we had been searching for quite some time. And so it was bittersweet. And so when I was introduced to your company and this coaching program, I feel like it really got me through a lot of ups and downs in my life in 2022. And I have to say that the accountability calls were probably what saved me. It's hard to articulate really where I was at that point, because it would probably bring through a ton of waterworks on this call. But just being able to plug in to those weekly accountability calls with Wendy and the team, and it really allowed me to catch a vision for myself that I didn't know was possible. And, I worked through 6FB and I got to the end of 2022 and I wasn't quite where I wanted to be. And I sat down with Wendy and, painted a picture of my why and the vision that I had for myself. And, ILC was the right fit for me. And so I signed up for ILC, and within, I think, 3 weeks of being in ILC, you had actually opened the doors to Accelerator. And so I took a jump at that because it included everything, as well as some one-on-one coaching with you. And the last 6 months have been very transformative for me. I've gotten very crystal clear on my brand, my messaging, who I'm here to serve. And it's been a complete transformation. So I'm very grateful.
Oh, I love hearing that. And thank you for sharing your story about your daughter. And there's so many moms, myself included, that we are just, sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, it's so much to not only be a mom and have a family. I know we have single moms in the audience. Like, it's so much. And then on top of it, we're attempting to run businesses. Sometimes I'm just like, we're all crazy, and we've got to be together, because it's so isolating when you're going through those moments at home. I don't know if any of you have strong-willed blessings or neurodivergent children, or maybe a spouse. Like, it's so much. And I love that you shared that, because I think it's really relatable. What would you say for you to be able to have more structure in your day and being able to be really mindful of like what you're working on? Because I remember that was a big thing for you. Like, I feel like I don't want to be on my phone all the time. And, I'm not. Like, I think people think I'm on social media all the time. I'm not, literally. I'm hardly on ever. So how has this helped you to get a grip on like being productive with your time and working on your business, and then being healthfully away from your phone and with your family?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a bit of an echo.
You're good.
It's definitely changed how I approach my day-to-day. I come in and I start with, my journaling and make sure that I have my day set up. And I actually really like to do that the night before, so that I'm not coming in. I'm not much of a morning person. And so I need to kind of have my list and my ducks in a row before I start my day. And that was something that I didn't really have before. And so making sure that I have my containers. So knowing when I can, block my social media, like when I'm building my content, structuring my days around not having my phone around me has been a game changer for sure. I now don't feel that guilt where I can like put my phone away for a couple hours and spend time with my kids. So it's definitely created a lot of structure and support in that, just by knowing what my containers are and where I need to focus.
Cool. That's really awesome. What would you say to somebody who, like you, going through a masterclass, like, okay, I love what I'm hearing. I love the vibe. I'm not quite sure about, making this kind of investment. Maybe they've never invested before. They've gotten burned. And I know you're big into, personal development and all that. So you're not brand new to investing in yourself. But what would you say to someone who's like afraid to make that investment for themselves? Will they show up? Will we hold them accountable? What would you say to the person who's, contemplating that?
Yeah, I would say it's definitely a mindset shift that needs to happen. And that's something that through investing in your programs has really transformed for me is I now put my oxygen mask on first. You know, there's a reason, and
Oh,
I say this all the time, like there's a reason why when the plane is going down, you put your oxygen mask on first. As a mom, if your cup is empty or half full, like you can't pour over into others around you. And so, because I now take care of myself and I've invested in myself and I have leveled up in both personal and business development through these programs, I can overflow into my kids and I can overflow into my husband and my friends and the people around me, and my businesses show that. You know, I think that our personal development comes first and then the money comes after. And we really have to know where our worth is and know that we can, you know, yes, I get that money is like a risk for a lot of people, but the last 2 years I've invested more in myself and personal development than I ever have, and my life is way better than it's ever been, and my businesses show that.
yeah. Oh, that's so great. And at the end of the day, like, why are we all doing this? It's like what we talked about yesterday with why do you want the multiple streams? Well, I want to feel safe. I want my family to be taken care of. Like, it comes down to these like basic needs that we have, and we want to feel fulfilled and joyful. And like you said, your cup is full, and like you know that you're like really going through all of this as a mom to help other moms, you know, and that gives you so much fuel in your day to day and gives you so much purpose, which I love. So you're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this. This is Sydney Crow. So go follow her on social media, and you can see she's on Facebook, Instagram. You can see how she's showing up and getting really clear in her avatar and all the things that we teach inside these programs. And I will say here publicly, she is just getting started. She's literally like tip of the iceberg at this point. And I am just so excited for what's to come, Sydney. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, you guys, how cool is that? Feel free, by the way, to DM Sydney if you want to chat with any of our students, like we said before. Sorry, Instagram. We're happy to put you guys in a chat with somebody if you want to chat. And we're here to walk alongside you. Also, you guys, we work with a third-party funding agency because we know it's an investment. So just like you getting, you know, a student loan for college, it's the same thing, same conversation, same mindset, and getting your ducks sorted and in a row and all the things. We're here to walk alongside you. We have a million ideas to help you guys with that. And remember, we're going to teach you to earn while you learn. Okay. And ask yourself this in this moment. If you don't take the step forward, if you feel that pull, what is going to be different 6 months from now? Because 6 months from now is the end of the year. Okay. It'll be a few days before Christmas. 6 months from now, where will you be? Will you be interviewed on one of these masterclasses like Sydney, or will you be sitting here going, man, I wish I would have done that? Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's get you in. So I'm also going to bring up Wendy Cat. I did mention her yesterday. You guys got to meet her on VIP yesterday. Wendy is our certified master coach. She is our director of coaching and enrollment. She's on the leadership team with Gold Digger Girl. She's also the shining example of a student coming into our program and having success within the program. She's achieved top 10 in her network marketing company. She's also built her Facebook group organically well over 1,000 students on her own. So she was able to create that nurturing community we talk a lot about, understanding lead magnets, lead gen, just getting people gathered around the fire. She understands serving and leading with value and building relationships with people. And therefore, sales is very easy for her. Even we had a conversation about sales last year. I was like, hey, you know, you want to like do more with us with sales? She's like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, you're so good at sales. She's like, oh, well, I'm not really a salesperson. I'm like, that's why you're so good at sales. So learning how to sell, learning how to build those real relationships, but also she understands launching. She understands bringing in ideas to market. She understands like having that conversation Sydney was talking about. Wendy was able to pull it out of her of like, what are you passionate about? How do you really want to help people? Okay, let's figure out how to package that so then we can market it. So couldn't be learning from a better person. So I'm going to bring Wendy from backstage. Hi, Wendy. Hey, let me check your audio. Can you talk? Oh, I can't hear you.
Okay, here I am.
You are? Okay, awesome. All right, so if you're on Instagram, you can hear Wendy. If you want to come, see her beautiful face, we're streaming on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. On Facebook, Gold Digging Boss Babes. Okay, so if you're on Instagram, otherwise you can kind of listen. So today we're going to talk about day 2. So Wendy, why don't you introduce yourself really quickly? So for those that were not on VIP, and then we'll jump in.
Okay. So yeah, I'm Wendy Cat, and I'm a single mom of 2 kiddos, although they're like mini adults. So my son is 22 and my daughter's 17, about to go to college, and I'm in a new phase of life. This is the whole week has been a little weird for me. So yeah, and like what Kimberly said, like I've been a single mom for about 15 years now. So I work full time. I work my network marketing business, and I learned how to launch my own business working with Kimberly, launched my own business, did all of that, and raise my kids. So if you're out there and you're single mom doing your hustle, I get it. I understand, and it's hard, but you'll get through because we're entrepreneurs and we do that. So that's my personal side. My favorite kid right now is my dog Birdie, who's just my little office.
I don't even know where my dog is.
She's the best. So I love her very much. So I spend a lot of time with her. But that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I love working and being with my family.
I love it. That's so great. And you are so passionate about our students and helping them and just seeing those wins and all of that. And I'm really excited for us to do this together today. So we're going to be co-teaching today. And then, like I said, you guys, last chance to get in VIP. This is it. We're shutting it down. So just put VIP in the comments and we'll send you the link for that, get you the Zoom, and then you can come in there and hang out with us. So do you want to kick off the workbook content today? We're talking about leverage social media to create multiple streams. And this is review to start with. So why don't you go ahead and kick that off and we'll go from there.
Awesome. And I just want to say, yes, Sydney was an excellent student example of coming into our programs, not being clear and working her way to being very clear. And she is just getting started. So that's really awesome. She's fun to work with. Yeah. Okay. So leverage social media to create multiple streams. So this is in your workbook. So in 2019, the coaching market was established to be worth $15 billion, which is insane way back when. But by 2025, which is right around the corner, coaching and digital learning platforms are expected to be valued at $325 billion. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you were thinking about it, if you thought, I don't know if this is the direction we're going in, people. Like, if you're not on board yet, I don't know, these numbers are speaking to you. No matter what industry you're in, learning how to build an audience online is crucial to attracting high quality prospects to you. So we really focus a lot on personal branding. I just spoke to somebody in Messenger and they were talking about, they were looking at another course about attraction marketing, as we do it all right here. Like, we really do hit all the areas that you need. We're kind of an all-in-one program, which is why it's so nice that we do our 12-month programs, because we are going to help you in all aspects of the business.
Yeah. And also too, that's funny that you say that, because people will say, well, I'm looking at this sales course, and we're like, that's what the whole thing is understanding that we're doing all of this, you guys, what we're teaching, what's in our program, so you can sell. We don't want to come on social media to sell. So it's really a lot of unlearning, but I'm glad that you mentioned that. Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things we talk about, and I hope everybody take this down, it's like building your audience is so important. So if you look at your Facebook friends right now, and if it's under 1,000, you have a lot of work to do. Facebook allows you to have, I think, 5,000 friends. And now I'm not sure, with the digital creator, it's unlimited followers. You can have so many. So social media really gives you the platform to reach everybody and anybody. There's no excuse, and we can do it right from our desk at home, so making sure that you're really focused on building that audience, attracting the right audience to you is super important. Because without an audience, doesn't matter what you're selling, you can't sell that. Okay. So it's not enough to have content for a course, or to have the desire to be a coach, you need to learn how to build an online presence so your audience is ready for and wants what you have. So this is super important too. Making sure that you are doing what's right for you and what your purpose is. We talked about this yesterday about purpose. I think we were in VIP. But don't just follow the trends out there. Making sure that what you're doing, what you're moving forward with is in your heart. It's your passion. This is your life, right? You get to create this and make it what you want it to be. Like, how cool is that, right?
Exactly.
So, just making sure that your content is true to you. And I can tell you too, like, this is really cool. This has been happening a lot. When people get that clarity, like that light bulb clarity, and they'll say to me, Wendy, I was such a pain, like in the program, like for so long, like, cause I couldn't figure it out, like, cause they get frustrated, which is normal. When you're learning something new, you're going to get frustrated. But when they get that clarity, when they're doing something that's true to their heart, to their purpose, it's not easier as in less work. It's easier because it flows, right? You just knock it out. And and I mean, you do that all the time. Kimberly, you knock stuff out because it's passion. Like, you just know. So be sure that you're doing the work to get to the real stuff, and it'll be so much easier,
Yes. To be yourself.
Yeah. It's a lot harder than you think, right? Like, figuring out, like, who am I?
I know. Am I good enough? Yeah, totally.
Peel back those onion layers. Like, who am I really? It's like, it's hard. That's how I feel right now. I'm like, who am I? I'm like, I have no kids to take care of anymore. Like
you can take care of our community, our students.
Yes, you have me. I'm like, I need hobbies.
Yes.
So, okay. Okay. And let's see here. Okay. Powerful selling strategies and building your loyal community will be the secret weapons for your success. So, yes, I'm all about strategies. I can't help myself. It's like an addiction. Like, I'm like, oh, we could do this or you could do that. So, like, we do talk a lot about strategies, and strategies save you time and effort, and it gets to the point right away. Right. So, it's really important to have very clear strategies, strong strategies that are going to make sense for you and your business and your clientele. And your community is super important. Your value-based Facebook group is like, that's like our baby. It's like, we need to make sure that we're keeping the content relative there, and really connecting with people and treating it like our true community. I think that's where people get caught up. It's like, because it's on social, they don't connect to it as well. Like, they need to realize, like, when you're in there, like, these are your people. Like, all you guys are our people. Like, you're our gold diggers. Like, these are our people. Think about it as if you were inviting people over to a barbecue. These are your people. So you just get in there, have fun, be yourself, and really connect with people. And you're going to be very successful with that.
I would like to know in the comments, you guys, how many of you, and thank you, Caitlin, you're so sweet. How many of you have a Facebook group or an email list or a list via text message, so such as Project Broadcast, that the Facebook group that's not a VIP group. So those don't count, no offense, but those don't count. We're talking about a Facebook group that is where you put your leads. So if our challenge, which isn't our challenge, but let's say Wendy and I were like, okay, guys, you've got 24 hours to get 10 new leads from social media. It can be from a reel. It can be DMing. Okay, we've got 10 leads. You're going to go find those 10 people. Where are you putting them? So we're not going to like put them on a Trello board because they're not together. Okay. Where are they? Are they in a Facebook group? Are they on an email list, or both? Because you don't own your Facebook group. Okay. You don't own social media. Andrea's like me. Andrea is also one of our students because she's a rock star. So, but do you have a value-based Facebook group? Do you have your email list? Do you have everybody in a text list? And if you're like, well, I don't even know how to do that, or I've heard of that. When Wendy talks about strategy, what is your strategy? And you're like, I don't know what my strategy is. You've got to learn strategy, because if you don't, you'll be disjointed, you'll be disconnected, you'll be spinning your wheels. You're going to get so frustrated with the amount of time you're spending on social media that you will walk away. When people go, I'm so burned out, I must take a break. I'm like, I don't get burned out. So why do I not get burned out? Not because I'm like obsessed with this, because I'm not on social media all the time. Like, I really am not. So if you can learn how to get in, get your work, be strategic, be effective, have systems in place like Sydney was talking about. Then not only can you love your business and have time for your life, but we can really get this whole social media thing working for you. Okay. So if you don't have that, you absolutely need that. It is essential. You need a whole flow. Okay. So if you do a reel, you do a story, you do a post, you go live, where do those people go? And then, like you said, Wendy, what are you doing with those people? How are you nurturing them? How are you building relationships? You should know every person in your Facebook group. You're like, what? Yes, you should know them. You should be friends with them. You should have already DM'd them at some point, and you know their pain points. What do they want help with? And then you create content based off of that. And that's like a whole thing. We've done like whole thing. Fourth semester is when we cover Facebook groups. Mm-hmm. So by the way, for those of you that are going to do Ignited Life coaching, or you're not sure, talk with us and we'll help you decide. 6-Figure Breakthrough Business Academy comes with Ignited Life coaching. So what we actually do is we customize 6-Figure Breakthrough, and we have you work through Ignited Life coaching, but we'll pick and choose what you need. So if you don't have a Facebook group in 4th semester, we will say, all right, let's get you to do this part of 4th semester. Let's get that Facebook group up. So we cover all of it extensively to share with you how we've grown our Facebook groups to almost 60,000 members. We're not messing around here, and we want to teach you the same things as well. Okay. So I love that with the selling strategies, the community, and all the things. So let's talk about ideas to monetize your personal brand. So I want you guys, this is going to be part of your homework, so you guys can fill this in. Wendy, will you share with them some ideas? And we can add more too if there's something else that's not on here.
I know this list is pretty extensive.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I was like, is there anything else? I don't know, but maybe they have some ideas.
Maybe you guys have ideas.
I love the community efforts.
Yes.
But the first one we want to talk about is private coaching. So private coaching is definitely a way you can monetize your brand. That's what I did with Kimberly. That's when I first got started with her. Well, not first, but the real stuff, the real coaching happened. But like Kimberly has said before, that you can only take so many clients. You kind of max out, just depending on your niche and all of that. So it can be really time consuming, but also it is an opportunity. Some of our students will do that just to get their feet wet, like talking to people and get some pain points and get some testimonies and things like that. So it is good to have that as an offer. So that's a really easy way. Also, a lot of our students, and you're out there, they'll be building out a group coaching program, and through the process, as they're meeting people and they're showing up, all of a sudden they get people messaging them, wanting them to private coach them. And they're like, what do I do? I'm like, what do you do? You coach them. Like,
didn't Sydney, who was just on, didn't she get a private client from a birthday message?
Maybe.
I feel like she did. I was like, where'd that client come from? It was like a private client, and she sent them a birthday message and started a conversation. And then they asked her, of course they saw her stuff, and they're like, do you do private coaching? I think that's how she got one of her first clients.
Yeah. Sarah Glenn has also done that. She's gotten several private clients where she originally was not going in that route. And then she's like, but I'm curious, like I'm interested. So, being open to whatever comes your way is really important, because you just
I love that. No,
so,
be open-minded.
So be open-minded, yes, because you might have what somebody else needs, and that's definitely valuable and can be monetized for sure. Yes. Okay, obviously group coaching. Group coaching is our jam. We love it. That's a way that you can leverage your time, your efforts, all of the things. It's a great way to get to know your community in a group setting, a little bit even more so than in your value-based group, obviously. And it also could lead to private coaching. So it's a nice little funnel for you.
And with group coaching too, for those of you that have ideas, let's touch on the next one. We'll touch on the difference. For group coaching, we can show you how to launch it before it's built. So again, going back to ROI, how quickly can you start making money? The first time I launched group coaching, all I had recorded was a welcome video in the back office that was like 5 minutes. And I told them, this is not created yet. This is what is going to be in it. You guys are going to be founders. We'll walk you guys through that. And you know what they said? Sure, we're in, let's go. And they all, it was like 70 some people. And I just built it as we were going. So we'll show you guys how to do that. But could you imagine that idea you have to launch a program of some sort? How many of you want to launch a program? Put me in the comments. And that's also another thing that people struggle with. And I remember when you and I did our call and you're like, what would I do? And I was like, dude, let's talk about all the things you've done to become so successful. And you were like, oh, I already have it. You like literally laid it out in one call and then you were like off and running. So look at how many people want to do it. So people get hung up though, because they're like, how do I record videos? And is it professional? And how much, and we don't mess around here. We want you to launch, get out of the nest. Okay. So let's talk about group coaching versus the next one.
Okay. So the next one is create a course. Create a course.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you can create a course. A course can become evergreen, right? So you can like do it like that. Is it? Let me see if we have it. Well, course would be like a webinar, or would that be something separate?
Yeah. So with the course, we'll include that webinar piece to this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what you would actually do, we recommend you can just launch a course and have it to, if you go to my stand store, if you guys want to see some different like offers, go to my stand store, you can click the link on Instagram, you'll see it. And you'll see right on there is a webinar. I think it says like on demand or something. You can see what this looks like. But basically what you're going to do is you can create a course and you'll do a webinar value free. It's a great way to get people to raise their hand, and you're going to sell the course in the webinar, but you just do the webinar once, it's recorded. And then you invite people to the webinar, not the course. So you lead with the webinar. And I do want to mention the difference between a course and group coaching, because people do this all the time. A course and group coaching are very different, and the price points are very different. So for example, a course usually will range from $100 at the max, about $500. Yes, I've bought courses for more than that, but that's usually where you're going to land, is $100 to $500. Let's say you have a $100 course. To get to six figures, you got to sell a lot of those. Okay. So the benefit of group coaching is you can charge a lot more because group coaching has you in it. You are coaching them in a group setting, but we recommend we have a schedule for that. We recommend at least once a week, come on Zoom, coach them through questions or the program itself. The course is recorded videos where they get a login. So we love Teachable. They'll log in and they're going to work through your course content, which is videos, worksheets, the whole 9 yards. The difference is they don't get you. Even if you have a community, they don't get you. You're not coaching them through it. The perceived value is extremely high, a group coaching over course. And then make a note for yourself. Private coaching should be about triple, and we can help you because if you're new or maybe not, but about triple the cost, private coaching over group coaching. Can you guys see how we're stacking here and why we're so passionate about, coaching? Because courses are great, but for most people where they're at with their audience, like you said, Wendy, if they have less than 1,000 friends on Facebook and they launch a course, you might have your aunt might buy it. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want that. We want to make sure that you're making some money. Okay. Is there anything else you would say about courses versus coaching, or anything you've noticed with our students?
No, but like mentally, like if you guys are trying to figure out to keep them separate, like, of course, I always think of something more self-paced. They're just, they buy it, they go do it. And like you were saying, like the group coaching, it's more about the community. It's more about getting, you to answer the questions and to help coach them through particular things. It's just in a group setting, which is great. So it's a win-win for all. So, but there is value in the courses, like having courses as part of your value ladder. So that's good.
Oh, absolutely. The thing is too, is we want you to work smarter, not harder. So yeah, there's periods of hustle. You hustled for a very long time. I hustled the first 18 months I hadn't figured out how to scale yet. So it was very much every month starting at zero, right? Anyone in that boat, we don't want that. We don't want you starting at zero every month. Okay. So yeah, there are times for hustle. There are times when there's late nights. Yes. And we want to get you to a place of a good balance. You're sleeping 8 hours a night, all the things. So there is going to be, ebbs and flows to that for sure. But we'll help you guys out with all that. Okay. What would be the next one?
Oh, affiliate marketing.
I love them all. Let's be honest. So what are some examples of affiliate marketing?
Everything.
I know, literally. I have affiliate for this. If you guys want this braid, DM me and just say, I want your fake hair braid. And there's all hair colors, and I'm an affiliate, a proud affiliate. But you know what I did? I got it from someone else. I used her link. Oh, you'll get a discount too if you use my link. And you know what I did? I got it for the girls, which is easy if you have kids that they don't let you do their hair. Throw a fake braid on them, and suddenly they look together. But you know what I did? I contacted the people and I just said, hi, do you have an affiliate program? And they're like, here's the link. And I got the form, boom, set it up right away.
Yeah. That's
that
amazing.
easy.
I heard you when we were at the Ignite Life coaching retreat, and someone was like, "Oh, they didn't know it was." They thought you braided your hair, and you're like, "No,
no. It's all a facade here. It might look like I'm together, but it's all a facade."
But I'm
I don't know how to braid.
Yeah, she was ready with her link, but we all know that about Kimberly.
I got my links, like my coat. I'm like, what do you want? So, I mean, for real, you know, what's also cool. I've noticed a shift. I don't know. Tell me if you guys have noticed this. When I first got into network marketing, you just did the one company. Like it wasn't like I was just shampoo. I schlepped shampoo for a couple of years, and then I realized I never washed my hair. So I was like, that doesn't even make sense. But I was with them for like 2 years, and you did not have anything else going on. Like it was just that company.
Yeah.
But I've noticed a shift over the last couple of years where there's more of an affiliate style to network marketing and direct sales. But like you said yesterday, we only recommend building with one company, building a team. But let's say you're with a health and wellness company and you love lashes from another company. And you do a story, oh my gosh, look at these lashes. And people are like, I want that. Share your link with them. You're not trying to recruit them. You're not trying to like double dip. But if you love a product, see if there's an affiliate option. Of course, check your policies and procedures. But there's a lot of companies now that are offering an affiliate option for people, you know, in network marketing and direct sales. Even Amazon, you know, I've been as Amazon affiliate since 2011. I don't even know how much money I've made from Amazon over the last, you know, 2011. Yeah, 12 years. I can't add apparently, but I don't know, like how much money that probably is of just sharing, you know, if I write a blog post and there's a blender I love or whatever, it's crazy. What about referrals? Will you talk about that? Like if you love a program. So if we have any students here who love our programs, referring it to another, what would you say about that?
We have a wonderful affiliate program here at Gold Digger. So if you love our programs and want to get a little piece of the pie and also help others, I mean, that's the whole point here. We really want to, you know, reach as many people as possible. So that's really cool. But anything that you do, again, like referrals and then referral programs for yourself, like having people refer for you. You know, I know I did that in my network marketing company. The first thing I did as soon as I joined, I made these customer loyalty cards, but they were referral cards from Vistaprint. And I still have some because I think I ordered like 1,000.
Just in case.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably had a deal, a coupon code or something. But anyway, I created a referral program for my hostesses because the company didn't do it. And it was like so successful. But that is the key. Look, social media has come from women back in the day, Tupperware going from door to door, you know, the community feel, right? That's literally what social media is today. You know, we did that. So, you know, it is about community, referring people. We trust, you know, if Kimberly says you should totally try this, I'm going to try it, right? Because I trust her. I've seen what she's done, or I appreciate her products and all those things that she does. I'm going to say, yes, of course. So when you know people and they appreciate what you've done for them, or they're enjoying your course or your products, they're going to refer for you. So referring is on both sides of it is very helpful for monetizing. So. Yeah.
And it's like the easiest way for you guys to get customers and all of that is through referrals, right? So that's where they say like the sale is so much easier when something's referred, because like what you mentioned with the trust factor. Also too, someone said something about not caring what people think. Yeah. So this is the thing. If I'm selling health and wellness products, you guys know I'm in network marketing. We're both in network marketing in health and wellness space, and we're just promoting our products. That doesn't seem as genuine. If I was like, hey, I just found this, you know, other brand And if you get hate about that you're promoting another brand, that's called the Mean Girl Club. And we're just not available for that. Okay. So if people are going to shame you because you like something, we're not in high school. Okay. So it is putting on your big girl panties and just saying, I don't care. And it's more genuine. You're not putting down somebody else's thing. You're just saying, I really like this thing. Let me know if you want to check it out. I mean, come on now. But if you're in coaching programs, if you've bought a course before and you love it, ask the people, hey, do you have an affiliate? We're doing something, a partnership with another course creator, a coach, and she has like mastered a platform. And I've learned so much from her that I was like, instead of me creating a course, I'm just going to ask her if I can sell her course. So we're going to be launching something in the next couple of months, and we're selling her course, but we'll be receiving 50% of the commissions. So if you don't reach out and ask brands, companies, think about the things you're using now: email marketing, software you're using, the Stand Store, Milkshake, every app, Instagram apps that I love. I reach out and I just say, hey, do you have an affiliate program? And 9 times out of 10, they either say, yes, I do, or no, but we would like to. How does that work? I'm like, let me teach you. So affiliate is just a no-brainer. I mean, I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars from affiliate. So if you're not doing that, you're missing the mark.
Well, and yesterday in the VIP, I forget her name. I'm sorry, I forget your name. But she was talking about, she was trying to do affiliate, and then she was like, but she really was thinking about maybe becoming a coach and doing all this stuff. And so, but she was overwhelmed because she was trying to do this and this and this and this. And it was like, wait, let's take this back. Why don't we focus on this? And then what are you using in your business, in your coaching business, that you can be an affiliate for? Are there programs? Are there platforms? Or, and she's like, oh, okay. So like, we make it harder on ourselves. Like,
yes,
you can be an affiliate for things that support whatever your main thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Do all the things.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah. What are the things you're already using? Right. And you know what I like to do? I play a little game where it's like, let me get my software paid for. So whenever I'm using, Aweber or whatever, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this monthly fee covered by affiliate commissions. That's my game I like to play. So feel free to do that as well. The next one we have is write a book. So the interesting thing about writing a book, how many of you want to write a book? Put that in the comments. I'm getting ready to write my seventh book, but we're doing an awesome collaboration for this one. Wendy, you're in the book and your chapter is incredible. Of course, not surprising, talking about leadership and the community. So we have the 7th book coming, and I have learned a lot about books. I've sold a lot of books in person. Obviously, you've sold books and Audible and all the things. You don't make a lot on the book itself, because if you go through a publisher, they take like most of it. But we self-publish now, and we love partnering with Amazon for that. But people think, oh, if I write a book, I'm going to be a millionaire. Very few people make a lot of money from their books. It's actually the book that leads to other things. So when people read my books, they're like, oh my gosh, I love her stuff. I want to work with her. That's usually how it happens. Or, some of the other ones we're going to talk about. So when you write a book, you can make money off the book. You can make money off of Audible. You can make money off of Kindle. And then if you get invited to speak, a lot of times there'll be book signings. So you can, buy author copies, which are usually a couple bucks, and then you can sell them for $10, $15. You can also use books for collaborations. So if you're going to speak at something, you can have them purchase books from you for all the participants. So there's some different things you can do with books. We do teach how to roll out private coaching, group coaching, creating a course, affiliate marketing, writing a book. The next one, launch a podcast. We do teach all of this inside of our program. So if you're like, how do I do all that? We teach you how. And I've gotten 3 books to #1, international bestsellers. So we'll show you that strategy. The next one we have is launching a podcast. Did I read that you have a podcast?
I have, yes.
That's what I thought. I was like, when I think it was in your bio, I was just editing the book really late last night. And I was like, oh, I need to know more about this podcast so I can support you and promote it. So what is your podcast called?
So it's called Leading the Way, but it hasn't launched yet. So
okay, that makes more sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I have episodes building. I'm going to drop in the season. So happening soon. I actually have a book that's supposed to come out in the fall. So I know.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna be promoting the heck out of that, Wendy. Okay. So let's strategize. Y'all are gonna support her when she launches the podcast and the book because you guys are gold diggers. So with a podcast, there's a couple of ways. Again, it's similar to a book. You'll have people who listen to your podcast and they will DM you out of nowhere and say, hey, how much is it to work one-on-one with you? I don't care how much it costs. I want to get. And you're like, who are you? Because they've spent so much time listening to you, often on road trips or they're doing laundry, whatever. They're listening and listening and listening. You're building up that know, like, and trust factor. People love podcasts, obviously. So you can make money from the podcast itself by using platforms that we love. Anchor, Spotify bought Anchor, but it gets you out into all the platforms. But you can, they will ask you to record ads and run them on your podcast if you want to, and you get paid for every minute listened. Or you can actually reach out to brands and they pay for you to promote them on the podcast. So let's say Teachable. I talked to Teachable and I'm like, hey, we love your stuff. I have a podcast. Would you like me to do an ad? It's going to be, $500. They pay me $500. I record the ad on the podcast and then I get paid. So it's not as easy to make a lot of money from your podcast, but I have literally gotten the best clients from the podcast. How many of you found the Gold Digger Girl through our podcast? Let me know. So launching the podcast. The next one is a YouTube channel. So if you do not have a YouTube channel, I highly recommend a YouTube channel because, again, we don't own our social media channels. It's really smart to have another option with it. I don't know very many people who've had issues with their YouTube channels. I know lots of people who've had their Facebook and Instagram accounts banned or taken down or deleted or whatever. So YouTube is definitely a good long-term game. But a YouTube channel, what's so great about that is when you reach 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize your YouTube channel. So you just tick a box to say yes. And then they'll run those little ads on your video. If people click through, you get paid. So it's really nice because you don't have to run ads on it. They do it for you and you get paid off of it. But YouTube ads are another great way to get really qualified potential clients because YouTube listeners or watchers or viewers, they tend to be researching things, right? How to organically grow on social media. Or let's say you work with moms like Sydney does. How to manage how to get a good schedule in place for mompreneurs. And then Sydney could come up for that. So people are really searching. It's very keyword rich. Again, we do have training. We teach you how to get your YouTube out there as well. And again, I can't say enough about it. It also has a podcast feature on it now. And then what's really popular are YouTube Shorts, which is repurposing your Reels, your TikToks. You just put them over on YouTube. And those perform really, really well with that micro content. What would be the next one?
Oh, well, this one's good. VA or branding agency.
Any kind of agency.
Any kind of agency.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we were talking to a gal yesterday. I know. This is what I want you guys to think about. We want to get you to think smarter. Okay. So what I mean by that is if you're doing something and you're the one doing it all. So let's say we had someone, we did have someone in VIP yesterday that's an online business manager. An online business manager is, think of the organizer, the one that runs things. They're the one that keeps the boss or the small business owner, they keep them organized, okay? AKA angels of the internet, okay? So online business manager is incredible, but it can be a lot of work. So let's say you're an online business manager and you've got this client, and this client, and you're like, I'm so exhausted. There's a million parts. I can't do this anymore. Or if you're a VA and you've got, 5 clients, or if you do branding and you're like, I've got all these clients, I can't handle it. Instead of thinking of that way, we're going to teach you how to have an agency. So where you are the face of the brand, you do get the clients, and then you are going to have project managers. You're going to have people under you doing the branding work. And this, you'll have a part in it, obviously, but you can scale that. There's one of you, and then you can have as many clients as you want to. So you could go from $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year to $1 million brand with an agency. Okay, so that one is like, some of you are getting it and it's clicking, and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. And some of you are like, I don't even know what she's talking about. You'll know if it's for you because you'll have certain skill sets that we can do that with. The next one are paid workshops. Mm-hmm. You want to touch base on that?
Yeah, these are great. These are a great way to also just get started. Also part of like being like a low ticket offer if you are doing courses. Again, just getting your feet wet. They're quick. You can repurpose them for different things, for bonuses, and it could become evergreen also. And they're usually like lower ticket, so you can like really knock them out real quick, which is really awesome. And I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
not a
nice.
lot to it.
Yeah, like you can get an idea of like what your audience is needing and wanting to through workshops because you kind of work really closely with them.
Yeah,
So
and you can test it out. It's micro testing and offer is always a really good idea. Before they will be remain nameless, but we have had students come in that come on office hours like, okay, I just recorded 60 videos, and we're like, what? Like, we don't want you doing that because we don't know. We don't have proof of concept. We haven't tested in the marketplace. We don't know if you have an audience for it. Paid workshop, one and done. It could be 75-minute workshop, 90-minute workshop. You charge for it, people come. You're going to know. And when you're going to know how many people responded, how many came, what they say, and then you know if you can build a program from that. So it's a really good way just to get out there. Can you see how much we want you to just go? And paid workshops, when I first started, I did a lot of paid workshops. And the majority of my income, my first year, with my first full year, I did like 150,000. Or no, that wasn't my first full year. That was when whatever. Anyways, that a lot of that was from the paid workshops. So they can be really viable. The next one is to become a speaker. And how many of you want to be a speaker? How many of you see yourself on stage one day? Put it in the comments. Well, you've been on stage many times. You're a natural. But I think that being a paid speaker is a little different than being a speaker, meaning typically you don't start off being paid. And I'll get people all the time. They're like, I want to be able to speak on stage. Like, how did you get there? I did it when I wasn't paid. I did things where I was speaking before I was asked to speak. So what I mean by going live every single week on Facebook for years and years and years, right? Being in summits, hosting my own summits, speaking, showing people my skills, all of that. And you get really good at handling audiences, handling, weird things happening like the internet, all the things by actually doing it. But when people can see your skills, they'll ask you to come be a part of it. And then as soon as you get the one, then there's more. But we also have trainings on becoming a speaker. We've also built out a speaker Rolodex we can give you, which is, our contacts and different things that we have for that. Now, to make money speaking, you can get paid to speak. But the best part is if you can use that opportunity to get those people to take an action with you. So maybe you tell them to text you with the keyword, give all this, everyone that was there, the PowerPoint slides, there's things you can do with that. And then on the back end, you can sell them into something as well. The next one is running retreats. We have a lot more interest in that. I would say we're hearing it more and more from our students that they want to run retreats. Now people are really craving in person. So although we teach social media, you can fill up those retreats with being able to promote it online. Jen Miller has been a student of ours for well over a year. She just finished another retreat in Costa Rica. And I just talked to her in Boxer and she's like, it was unbelievable. People are getting breakthroughs, but we were able to come up with a way for her to sell something to them beforehand to prepare them for the retreat. And then they come to the retreat and then she has a post-retreat program. So she has really done a good job of like ascending and giving different levels, but she's having people stay with her. She's having the longevity. She's having the referrals. She's selling out her work, her retreats. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to do it just to do it. You don't want to run them. You have to book the venue and put money out. You want to make sure you have the people there, but also we want it to be profitable. So we'll teach you how to actually have an offer at the retreat. So that way, when people come, you can invite them to that next step because they're very much wanting to do more with you if they come to a in-person retreat. But we'll teach you how to monetize that. So that way you're not losing money on them because they are very expensive to do from start to finish. But we've run a dozen of them at this point over the years, and we can show you what we've learned. And the last one is monthly memberships. Any thoughts on that, Wendy?
I mean, that's how I found Kimberly. She had her $9.99 monthly membership, and that's what got me thinking. I'm like, and there was like 3,000 people in there at the time. Guys, do you see how many people are in this group right now? There's 3,000 people, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's got so many people. And I did the math, and I was like, $9.99 a month for 3,000 people. I was like, and I'm giving away my content for free because I was only training, with my company and my
Yeah.
team and everything, which was great. I loved it. I loved all that. But I was thinking, I'm giving this away for free and I could be making money every month if I just would create a membership. Memberships I think they're amazing. I think it's a great way to start. It also depends on, what your niche is and what your product and all of that. But there's several of our students do memberships. I think it's a great way to roll people into after a group coaching program. A membership is always nice to keep, people close to you and they have access to you. And it's an easy setup. I mean, I'm saying that. I don't know the back of the house stuff. I'd have to talk to Steph.
I think it's a pretty easy setup. I think the main thing is walking you guys through what you would include in it, because the tendency is to over deliver, but you have to understand with a membership, you can't stop. Okay. You can't stop. You've got to keep it going. And if you come in, I'm going to go live every day. I mean, who wants to do that? So we actually find most people will over deliver. So we'll help them come up with something that is reasonable, but also more times than not, I actually tell people not to do a membership club because they think, oh, it's so easy and it's, I'll charge whatever. And I'm like, you're making like $150 a month. Like, this is a waste of your time. And no, that's not what we're interested in. So we'll look, and if you have the numbers and you have the audience for it, or maybe we charge more for it, we'll help you make sure that the math makes sense before you launch something like that, because it's a big commitment. Yeah. But that's another revenue stream that we've generated hundreds of thousands of dollars from our membership club. So we love them so much, and it really does keep people around the campfire, like you said, with the retention. So brainstorm, choose 3 to 5 ideas for how you would like to monetize your brand. We did touch on this yesterday. We want you guys to be specific. So spell it out for us. What does that look like? The retreat, I want to know what you're thinking, where, how long, how many people, what's the nature of the retreat? Is it going to be mindset, breakthrough work, healing, spiritual? Like, what are you going to do for that? Okay. And then for your homework, hashtag day 2, remember all the replays and everything is in guide number 7. Number 2, and by the way, we're going to VIP right after this. So just put VIP in the comments if you want to register for that real quick and get in, because we're going to get into touching base on the business plan that everyone's working through. We have a full, it's like 12-page document that you can work through to fill out your stuff. It's really a way for you to take this serious. So we'll be touching on that, and then we'll be doing Q&A and fielding questions. So it's your last chance to get into VIP. This is your prize that you're going to get. So whoever finishes the homework, we're going to pick one lucky winner that is going to be announced tomorrow live. You're going to get a swag set. So you're going to get to pick 2 pieces of swag. This is my favorite t-shirt. I've had this since we launched the swag shop in 2019. Gold Digger. You know how you just have that t-shirt? This is that t-shirt. And then this is also one of my favorites, the little elephant sister hat. A lot of you guys have this one. It's so cute. But we have tanks, we have hoodies, we have just all kinds of stuff in there. So you can get 2 pieces inside of our swag set for completing your homework. So your actions items are to journal 3 to 5 ideas that you will use to monetize your brand and make a plan of action to implement. And you're going to write it out for us. So in the homework guide, don't just put done. I want you guys to write it out for us. So we know a lot of you were taking screenshots of your homework yesterday. That works as well. Okay. And then we also want to remind you that we have a bonus for you when you enroll in 6-figure breakthrough. What we're doing right now, paid in full, is $59.27, which is a significant savings, or you can do $617 a month. That's 6-figure breakthrough. If you want to do Ignited Life Coaching, it's $14,371 or $14.97 per month. It's a 12-month program. Do either of those. If you pay in full, you get a 1-to-1 coaching call with me. It's the only way you can get on my schedule. And then if you do any of them, jump in between now and tomorrow's training kicking off, you're going to get a bonus, which is our Millionaire Mindset Experience. Okay, thousands of dollar value for that program. And it's a 12-part module. So you can start listening now. This class of students, we will be getting everyone in. We'll get everybody like their back office. We'll get their box of course materials out in the mail next week. Obviously, all that's going to be happening. And then we'll officially be kicking off this class of students right after the holiday, because obviously, believe it or not, that's like a week and a half away. So you've got time to get yourself all situated and sorted. So if you guys want to start going through that now, I would highly recommend the Millionaire Mindset Experience. So if you want to jump into either of those programs, you can even DM me if you want to just say, hey, this is where I'm at. what do you think, Kimberly? We'll guide you in the right direction, because we'll make sure it's the right fit for you, just like it's the right fit for us as well. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to do 11 a.m. Central, and we're going to be talking about lead generation. So how do you actually generate those leads straight from social media, which will be really, really important. Okay. So Wendy, thank you for being on. I appreciate you.
It was fun.
All right. We'll see you in VIP.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys there. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.
So before I met Kimberly, I was ready to quit network marketing. I was really struggling. I knew I wanted to leverage social media and really build that way, but I didn't know how. Kimberly taught me how to be powerful. She taught me how to create content. She taught me how to speak authentically and vulnerably to my audience, to the people that I wanted to work with and really wanted to share this journey with.
So I am highly encouraging you to work with Kimberly and her coaching team. You are going to be blown away by the results. In just 4 weeks, I am super excited, and I just wish I would have done this sooner.
So I just want to say thank you to Kimberly Olson and the Goal Diggers for making an impact. No matter how long or how short we've been in the business, you are definitely an inspiration and motivation to myself. So thank you.